we get another canine crunchies. So we will play the canine crunchies. Now these are 2/5 characters, and then we're passing the turn. The puppies are back at it, and it's all because of this new dual color card, the Perdita. Perdita, the playful mother, is absolutely crazy. It only costs 4. It's got the 1/4 stat line, but its abilities go crazy. It says whenever this character quests, you may pay 2 less for the next puppy character you play this turn. That's a good deal. What else is a better deal is the don't be afraid. Your puppy characters gain ward. Opponents can't choose them except a challenge. That's right. All of our puppies are going to be on the board. We can build a huge board state, and there's nothing they can do about it except for wipe the board. And then we got some other synergies going for us. Pairing with the blues, we got Baymax here. Baymax says when you play this character and whenever he quests, you may remove up to 2 damage from another chosen character. You just gain 1 lore for each 1 damage removed this way. So our idea is to get some damage on the Dalmatian puppies, healing up, get some lore that way. We also have our card drawings, and so we got Rapunzel. If they have some damage on it, we're going to be able to draw some cards with the Rapunzel, and then we're going to be able to shift into this Rapunzel for only 3. It says, let your power shine. Whenever you remove 1 or more damage from one of your characters, you may draw a card. So how are we going to remove damage? We can remove it with this Rapunzel. We can remove it with the Baymax, or we can do it with the underrated card that you never saw coming, that Amber Chromacon. You exert, remove up to 1 damage from each of your characters. We like the sound of that, and if we have 2 of them, we could do it twice. And then we can keep getting more damage. And then this one, the Canine Crunchies, I think this is what's going to make the puppies so much better, dude. The Canine Crunchie says your puppy characters get +1 willpower. So these go to a 2/4 character, which is absolutely huge. The 3 is dealt away with by a lot of things, but the 4 willpower, you got to really be doing some damage to get rid of a character that has 4 willpower. And then Lilo's here as basically a draw if we don't draw anything else. Like we'll put her in the discard, and then if we're only like top decking 1 Dalmatian puppy a turn, we're going to be able to play a Lilo also pretty early. So we like the sound of that. And then I just threw this in there because I thought that it had a little bit of synergy. So before you get the ward going, you can also give them the 4 dozen eggs. Your character gain resist +2 until the start of your next turn. So that's a song that Perdita can sing. She's a 4 cost. She can sing 4 cost songs. Perdita can sing the 4 dozen eggs, give the resist +2 to all of our characters. So all of our Dalmatian puppies can be a 2/4 with resist 2. There's nothing they can do about that except for wipe the board with be prepared. We're excited to see it. We are going to play this together on Inktable, see how it does against the red-blue deck that won the DLC Melbourne. So to do that, the link is in the description to this deck, the new Puppies Blue, and you can go to menu, export, Inktable, and play on Inktable.
Things that we learned in this video: 4 copies of Canine Crunchies could make your Dalmatian puppy tail wagger cards have 7 willpower. That's huge. Number 2, Amber Chromacon is underrated. It should have gotten an enchanted rare card. That's how good Amber Chromacon is. And number 3, Magical Puppies is still my favorite version of this deck. Have you tried out the Magical Puppies? Check out this link to the card right there. You could click it and you could check out that video too.
We're going up against one of the number 1 decks right now. It is the red-blue deck. And then what we want to do here is we want to get rid of everything that is a puppy, because we're going to draw all the puppies another time. We have 28 puppies in the deck. That's almost half of the deck are puppies. We want to get our cards that aren't puppies. So we're left with a couple of puppies. That's all right with us. We're going to go ahead and ink a Dalmatian puppy. Nothing to do on turn 1 except for pass the turn. Next turn, we're going to put down a Lilo because we don't need the puppies in play right away. We need this card that can quest for 2 and hopefully be a little bit more aggro for us. So we're going to ink a puppy, and then you betcha we're going to play the Lilo, the escape artist, and then we'll pass the turn. This one's getting a new rarity for ARCHAZIAS Island, and we're super excited for that. They ink a Pirate's Life. Love to see it. Hate to see the Pirate's Life played in real life. The Tipo, they ink a Vision of the Future. Lots of synergies going on with that Tipo. We get another Lilo. We are going to ink a puppy, and then we're sticking with what we're doing. We're playing down our Lilos. We're questing our Lilos. This Lilo gets the quest. We get 2 lore that way. Yeah, that way. And then we pass the turn. Next turn, we can do a damage and then heal it with this Rapunzel. It's a little bit of a good deal. And then if we put down this Rapunzel, if we shift it and then heal another character, we're going to get some more goodies that way. But they put down a McDuckman, which sets us up to be able to do the more damage to our own character, then heal it up with Rapunzel. We get a Dalmatian puppy. We are going to ink the Dalmatian puppy, even though this is the Dalmatians deck. We are going to, why would we want to challenge that much? I guess we do. If we challenge both of those, we get rid of their Tipo, and then we can heal it up with Rapunzel. Would that be worth it? Whenever you remove one or more damage characters, you may draw a card. Looking like we're just playing 3 Lilos, looking like we're just going aggro, looking like we're not going to challenge and just quest, get these 2 extra lore. We thought that we heal up, but that's only going to let us draw 1 more card, and that's not going to be worth it in the long run. 2 quests all the way up to 6. We got 3 Lilos on board. We're hoping that they don't got the smoke for us. They're going to gain 2 lore with this McDuck Manor. There's not a whole lot that we can do about that McDuck Manor. They play down a Maui here. All that's going to be able to do some massive damage to our Lilos. It's going to rush into Lilo, the escape artist. They take a damage back, but we get to player from the discard for free if we so choose. But we're going to choose not to this turn. But she's going to be our trigger on the start of our turn. They pass the turn. They have 5 ink. We're not going to play her from the discard. We're going to say a big no to that. We get a Dalmatian puppy. We are going to ink a Dalmatian puppy, and then we are going to get our Rapunzel on the board because we want to be able to heal and then get lore, get card draw when we heal. So we are going to quest the Lilo, and maybe we're running out of smoke right now because we're just going to be top decking puppies all day. They get the 2 lore from the McDuck Manor. They inking develop your brain. And then they have a Brawl. Brawl's going to be able to take out any of these characters. It's going to be a Lilo. Thankfully, it wasn't our Rapunzel. We're getting Rapunzel on the board. They are going to sing How Far I'll Go with their Maui. It is an interesting choice pattern. That is a thing that reckless characters can do. They can sing. They don't have to challenge because they're singing first. Then they ink a Be Prepared. We weren't supposed to see that at all with Tipo, but we sure did. Or maybe that was with How Far I'll Go. We shouldn't have seen that either. Why did I see the card that they put in there? All right, we got some stuff. We can play 2 Lilos from discard for free, or we cannot do that. Should we do that, or should we not do that? I think the answer is that we do play those Lilos from the discard. And then we draw a Rapunzel. We're going to ink a Rapunzel. Now, this is the time where we could challenge and then heal. Oh, we're out of ink because we used it all. We are going to quest our Lilo for 2 lore. And then we quest this Rapunzel for another 2 lore. That puts us up to 14. We're in winning territory. Why'd I call this video the puppies deck if I'm just playing with Lilo? We might never know. This Tipo is going to challenge our Lilo in a weird twist of fates. Weird choices, but that's what we got going on. The Maui's going to take out the Rapunzel. I don't blame him. We still have game on board in this state unless this Tipo decides to take out this Lilo. And would you look at that? That Tipo decides to take out this Lilo. We're going to be able to go to 18 lore. But they're building quite the board. They have Sail to Azurite Sea. That's going to let them draw a card. And this could be a really good card. If this was Medusa or something, or Tremaine, they could take us out. They're building a huge board right now. These 2 McDuck Manors, there's nothing for us to do about it. And this Maui is just wrecking shop every turn. This Maui is doing it to it. Do we play Lilo from discard? I'm going to say no. And then we draw a Dalmatian puppy. We are going to play a Dalmatian puppy. We need to quest and play a card. So we will quest the Lilo, questing for 2 up to 16. We're questing this Lilo all the way up to 18. And we need to get this Rapunzel into play. We don't want to do this Rapunzel. Yeah, we want to save this Rapunzel for next turn, just in case. We will play this Rapunzel. We're not going to heal anybody. And then we'll pass the turn. That's what we got going on. We got 18 lore up to their 9. And it's all thanks to the Lilos. Why play puppies if you have the Lilo escape artist? They're questing their bro up to 15, and then we'll see if they have a board wipe here. If they have a board wipe here, I think we lose. Their Maui has to challenge, and then if they have a Be Prepared, there's nothing that we can do against these McDuck Manors except for put out our 2 questers. They have Pirate's Life, so they gain 2 and we lose 2. They're up at 17 and we're at 16, and the only thing that got us the win here is that we had more fast questers. We're going to play 2 Lilos from the discard for free. Wish we could have played a Perdita. We are going to be able to ink our Rapunzel. We're not going to sing this, otherwise we lose. And then we will go ahead and quest our Rapunzel for 2 all the way up to 18. And then we can quest our Lilo for another 2 all the way up to 20. So that's what you got to do against the red-blue is you got to go fast. We played 1 puppy this game, so we're going to play another game together. we're going to be going up against a deck that has that new Ink Geyser card in it. This is a good startup. This is what we like to see. We're going to get rid of the Lilo because we played the Lilo too much last game. So we're going to get rid of that. We get an Amber Chromacon, never punish. We're going to ink a puppy, and then we are going to get to play the Canine Crunchies, getting our item on board as soon as possible to give all of our puppies +1 willpower while they're on board. They ink a card and then play a Jasmine. This Jasmine heals when it's played, but they don't have any characters to heal right now. We get the Lilo. We already said we're going to ink the Lilos. And then we're playing a puppy. This puppy gets +1 willpower now thanks to the Canine Crunchies. And then we can pass the turn. We're gearing up to do some good healing. They're playing a Sailed Azurite. See, that's going to let them ink an additional card so they can go all the way up to 4 ink this turn. This deck that we're playing against has the Shift Jasmine that's going to put all of our characters with 2 strength, all of our exerting characters back into our hand. That's what it does. See what we get? It's a Dalmatian puppy. We are going to ink one of these Amber Chromacons, and then we are going to play, you guessed it, a Dalmatian puppy, and then we are going to challenge this puppy into the Rapunzel, not the Rapunzel, the Jasmine, because we don't want them shifting next turn. We want them to wait, hold up a minute, and let us do our thing. We got 2 puppies on board. They're inking the 3-cost Jasmine, playing another Sailed Azurite. See, we'll see if they take advantage of it. They get to draw a card with it, and then we'll see if they ink another card with Sailed Azurite. See, they're inking the Jasmine. They have 5 ink. They're playing an Ursula. The Ursula's kind of scary because it can sing lots of good songs and can sing it twice, basically. All right, we can heal with Rapunzel and draw a card, looking like what we're going to do. So we are going to ink a puppy, and then we will play a Rapunzel. Rapunzel is going to be able to heal the puppy for 1 damage, and that means that we get to draw 1 card. It's a puppy, and then we are going to quest both of these puppies, these 2 4 puppies, all the way up at 2 lore. That's how you do it. We're passing the turn. Next turn, we could play 2 puppies, or we could play a puppy and a Chromacon and heal them up. What do we got going on? The Ursula is singing Sudden Chill, so we're going to have to discard 2 cards. Looking like it's going to be a puppy. They're going to play it again from the discard for free. Looking like we're going to discard a puppy so we can play the Amber Chromacon and heal ourselves up, because we're going to be doing some challenges. They have Hypnotize, so we have to discard the Amber Chromacon. It's gone. Look at them just discarding our whole hand right away. They still have 3 ink to play with. They put down a Morph, gearing up for some big shifts. There's lots of shift cards in this Jasmine deck. We get in Dalmatian Puppy Tail Wagger. We're going to play the Dalmatian Puppy Tail Wagger. And then we are going to challenge our Dalmatian Puppy Tail Wagger into the Ursula, doing 2 damage to it, taking 2 damage ourselves. And then we're doing the same thing with this Dalmatian Puppy Tail Wagger. We're doing 2 damage into it, taking 2 damage ourselves. But that means that the Ursula is gone. She's not going to be able to discard us any longer. And then we are going to get to quest this Rapunzel for 2 lore. That's another great thing about this Rapunzel, is that she gets the quest for 2 lore. They're going crazy and just exerting their morph almost immediately. Hopefully we get an Amber Chromacon or anything that can heal us. We get a Dalmatian Puppy Tail Wagger, so we are going to play him onto the field, and then we are going to challenge with this Dalmatian puppy into the morph. You might be saying, why didn't we do it with the Rapunzel? Because we only need to do 1 damage to that, and then Rapunzel has more willpower. It's because Rapunzel quests for 2. We want to get our lore and not our damage right now. We're questing, or getting to where we need to go, which is 20 lore, and that's what we got going on. And then we will pass the turn. They're up at 2. We're at 8. We've done some removal, mostly by challenging with our puppies. They're going to draw a card and then just pass the turn. We finally get a Perdita. This is the one that we named the video after, the Perdita, the Playful Mother. When this character quests, you may pay 2 less for the next puppy character that you play this turn. And then it has Don't Be Afraid. Your puppy characters gain wards, so they won't be able to choose these except a challenge. So we are going to get to play the Perdita. Pretty good. All these have ward and +1 willpower. They're getting stacked right now. And then we're going to get to quest our puppy 4 times and quest this Rapunzel for another 2. All the way up to 14 lore. We have game on board next turn because this Perdita can quest for 2. Lots of good things going for us. Not a whole lot of good things going for them. They draw a card and then pass. Who knows what this AI is doing? We are going to play the Dalmatian Puppy Tail Wagger, and then we will quest this Perdita, so we pay 2 less for the next card that we play, which would be a Dalmatian Puppy Tail Wagger. Love to see it. We are going to quest the Rapunzel to go to 18, and then we will quest the Dalmatian Puppy to go to 19. And because this game is still going and we're pretty set for the win, we're just going to keep it going. They're going to ink a Sudden Chill. They have 7 ink to play with. What do they have in their hand? Nothing. They're just passing the turn. we get another canine crunchies, so we will play the canine crunchies. Now, these are 2/5 characters, and then we're passing the turn. 2/5 on the Dalmatian puppies. They're ink and hypnotized. They're up at 8 ink. We're just seeing how far that we can go with this. They prey down a Prince John, but we have no cards for them to discard left to see it. We get a Dalmatian puppy. We are going to get to play the Dalmatian puppy. Now we have 2, 4, 6 Dalmatian puppies in the board, and then we'll pass the turn. Just seeing how big we can build this board. That's the fun of playing against the AI, is we can do this other stuff that we can't do in normal league nights. We get an Amber Chromacon, so we are going to get to play the Amber Chromacon, and then we're going to use the Amber Chromacon to heal a damage off of each of your characters. Yeah, so we're doing this character, we are healing a damage. Oh wow, this is going to take way too long. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now we've almost healed all of our puppies. Those are the synergies that we're going for. This Jasmine is going to give one of our characters reckless or exert chosen damage character. We have damage characters, so why didn't they do that? We are going to play our Dalmatian puppy, and then we're passing the turn. Yeah, we could heal up our Dalmatian puppies, but that would take so long. They're playing another Jasmine. Oh, and they gave this one reckless. Is that right? No, it just has ward. We get another Perdita, playing the Perdita, and then we will get to challenge Dalmatian puppy into the Ursula. We take 2 damage, but that's okay, because we got 5 willpower with our 2 canine crunchies, and then we will not quest. We will challenge a puppy into the Ursula. That's all right, because we got 5 willpower, and then you already know that we can exert the Chromacon to heal a bunch of damage. We can heal 1 damage from each of our characters with the Chromacon. We're passing the turn, just building our board, seeing what's going on. Our opponent has 4 cards in hand. They're questing all the way up to 4 lore, playing down a Prince John. If we pull another Dalmatian puppy, we'll end the game. What do we get? It's a Dalmatian puppy. So we are going to quest their Perdita, go to 21, and then we pay 2 less for the next Dalmatian puppy that we play next turn. And that's it. You can just build a huge board, get rid of their characters with challenges, and that's what we got going on. So they had the Ink Geyser, which was interesting. They didn't use it because that would hurt them more than it would hurt us, because we just stayed at 4 ink. We didn't go any higher than that. They had Sudden Chill and Hypnotize. They had cards to make us discard, but we didn't have any cards to keep in our hand. So that is the joy of playing against a discard deck when you're playing the puppies. You're playing all your cards almost every turn. Thanks for watching. We put out new videos all the time here at Ready Set Ink. Please smash the subscribe button.